Chapter 6, our present focus, details the temple's construction, a magnificent holy edifice. This was King Solomon's task, a central act of his reign, to build a house for the Lord, a permanent place of worship replacing the tabernacle, a symbol of God's presence in the heart of Jerusalem. Solomon began this great work in the 4th year of his reign, a most specific moment given 480 years after Israel's exodus from Egypt. This timing is not accidental. It links this act to salvation, to God's past deliverance. A new era was dawning for worship in Israel. This temple was long desired. King David, Solomon's father, had wished to build this house. Yet God assigned the task to Solomon, his peaceful son. David gathered many materials. Solomon executed the plan, a divinely appointed project undertaken with great care and considerable resources. The chosen site was sacred Mount Moriah in Jerusalem, a place with deep history. Tradition holds it was here Abraham was to offer Isaac. God himself designated this spot. It was to be holy ground set apart for his worship, a place of awe and reverence for all the tribes of Israel. The construction was remarkable. It was conducted in silence at the temple site itself. The stones were quarried and meticulously shaped off-site. No sound of hammer, axe, or any iron tool was heard. This maintained the site's sanctity, a peaceful, reverent building for the God of peace. The temple's dimensions were grand, 60 cubits in its length, 20 cubits was its width, and 30 cubits its height. These are the main hall figures. It featured a wide portico, a nave, or the holy place, and the inner sanctuary, the most holy place, a meticulously planned structure. Only the finest materials were deemed suitable for God. Cedarwood from distant Lebanon paneled the interior walls. This fragrant wood was chosen for its beauty and endurance, and then all was overlaid with purest beaten gold. The floors were of cypress or perhaps fir wood. Intricate carvings adorned it throughout the sacred interior. Cherubim, angelic beings, palm trees, symbols of life, and delicate open flowers. These motifs were everywhere, on walls and on the doors. All were overlaid with gold, reflecting divine glory and the beauty of creation. The most holy place, the very heart of the temple, contained 2 immense cherubim crafted from olive wood. Then they too were gold-plated. Each stood 10 cubits high, their mighty wings outstretched, spanning the entire chamber. Beneath them, one day, the Ark of the Covenant rested. This temple was God's dwelling, not in a physical limited sense, of course. God cannot be contained, but you see, his name would reside there, his holy presence manifest among his chosen people, Israel. It was the focal point for communion with the divine, a tangible sign of nearness to the unseen Creator. It served as the nation's heart, the center of Israelite worship. Here sacrifices were offered daily, and on feast days atonement was sought and made. The festivals were celebrated with joy and solemnity. The priesthood, ordained by God, served within its sacred courts, mediating for the people. The temple stood as a symbol of God's enduring covenant, his faithfulness to Israel, his choice of them as his own. It replaced the tabernacle, the portable tent of meeting, signifying permanence now. God settled with his people in the promised land, at last a place where heaven touched earth. God himself spoke to Solomon, recorded in 1 Kings chapter 6, a conditional promise given if Solomon and all Israel walked in God's statutes and obeyed his commands. Then God would dwell among them. He would not forsake his people. Obedience was the key to continued divine blessing. Many Old Testament elements, indeed, they foreshadow Christ. The temple, so central, is rich with such symbolism. It points to a greater reality, a spiritual truth yet to come. These are not mere coincidences, but part of God's grand design. Many layers of meaning exist for those with eyes to see. Jesus spoke of his own body as a temple. It's written, "Destroy this temple," he said, "and I will raise it again. In 3 days it will rise." He referred not to stone, but to himself, the Son of God. Christ is the true dwelling place of God among humanity. Emmanuel, God with us. Consider the temple's materials. The pure gold speaks of divinity, of Christ's divine nature, his glory. The enduring cedarwood used may suggest incorruptibility, his perfection, his sinlessness. The intricate, beautiful carvings reflect the beauty of holiness. The silent construction perhaps hints at the peace Christ brings. The temple was the meeting place for sacrifice, for atonement, for approaching a holy God. Christ is the ultimate sacrifice, the Lamb of God once offered. Through him, believers now enter directly into God's presence. The temple's role is fulfilled and wonderfully surpassed in Jesus. For Christians, this is vital truth, a spiritual temple built of living stones. Are you ready for the next chapter? Just click here to go straight to it.